everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Tabletop Racing World Tour, where the championship circuit is finally finished. Last episode, we knocked out the TTR Legend Cup and did the Cup finale, and we slayed that thing, by the way. We really took them to the cleaners and did their laundry and whatnot. And in the process, we made like $500,000, or strange, round, gold coin-looking things. And we got a whole gaggle of trophies along with it. So that leaves us with but one challenge. We get to do special events. And this is going to be a fun little thing to do. There's some extra stars that we can come up with, and it's going to allow us to buy and use every other car in the game that we haven't used yet. So let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. Let's go down to Cult Classics, and let's use the car that we've already had, because we'll have a challenge to do with that. And that'll be pretty cool. So let's find the brawler here. There he is. Get to do a 3-lap combat deal, and it's gonna be awesome. At this point, we're just trying to get done with all the extra content that's available. I'm gonna try and get the majority of the extra trophies that are there, which you get a trophy for buying every car in each tier of cars. You also get a trophy for buying like all of the rims that are available, like all the customization options that are available. And then we'll also get the trophy for completing all of the special events as well. It feels so weird, by the way, driving this car after I've been driving something that's like 4 times faster. It is so strange. And now we're getting to do it on the full track too, which is even more awesome. It's just this thing, it handles so terribly. It's like I'm driving a washing machine or something. So we'll see. We'll see how that all comes together. There's going to be probably some of these that we're going to have to do multiple times, just because, you know, it's going to be a very strange adjustment trying to get used to driving some of these again. But we'll be all right. I feel pretty confident in my abilities as a man behind the wheel of a fictional vehicle right now. So it's going to be all good. Oh my god! Oh, dude, I got to tell you guys about this. This was so rad. Oh, dude. Okay, so I was talking a little bit yesterday about how I went out, you know, for like a 2.5-hour run because pre-workout was surging through my veins and turning me into a fucking, like, energy junkie, and it was rad. I love that stuff, man. Like, I've not really been much of a pre-workout guy over the years just because it tends to get me too jacked up, and that's just from the ones I've been using, but I found one that it doesn't really get me jacked up. It just gives me, like, it just, like, I feel like I have just, like, my regular amount of energy. It's just that it never goes down. like, that's the way it makes me feel, and it's super cool. And so when I was out running, I was, you know, it was just like the reserves never ran dry. That field was able to be plowed for hours upon hours. But that's not the point. I saw one of the most awesome, like, courses of nature taking place in front of me. It was so fucking cool. Oh, man. So, while I was out running yesterday, it's just like this big lake, and there's, you know, just like sidewalks around, and there's apartments and housing, and they're kind of separated by kind of like this little hilled area with like bushes and foliage and all this stuff. And so I'm walking, and like out in the distance I can see, you know, there's a little cat that's just laying in the sidewalk, just kind of rolling around and doing cat things, I guess. And so I walk up to it, and, you know, I'm petting it, and I'm, you know, scratching it behind the ears and stuff, and it's just kind of like hanging out, and so then I decide that I'm going to go on my way, and it gets up, and it starts kind of following me around a little bit, and I just kind of start going on my way. I was kind of taking a little breather because I'd been running the whole time, and I don't know why, but I felt like after taking about, oh, I don't know, 15 or 20 steps, I felt compelled for some reason to turn around and look back just to kind of see if the cat was still there. And I look back, and I shit you not, this was the sequence of events that took place. I look back, and he's probably like, oh, I don't know, probably roughly about, probably about 100 feet away from, like, the bushed area. Probably about 100 feet away from there, and I'm just like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. Because he was he wasn't moving. He just had like his sights dead set on like the set of bushes and stuff right there. I was like, I wonder what he's doing. Like, is he just gonna like go and jump in the bush and just head up the hill and go back to like his owner's home, or just go somewhere? I don't really know. And I look at him and he's kind of doing like that weird sort of like sizing up his move, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something else going on here. And then within like a second or two, this motherfucker just like throws it into high octane gear, just throws it straight into fifth, and hits the nos, and he just takes off full bore going towards this bush. It's like 100 feet away from him. He takes off and goes probably like 80 of those feet, just as fast as possible, and then all of a sudden he just fucking leaps into the air, just like totally just and just lands directly in this bush. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And he lands in the bush, and he disappears for a second. And I was like, okay, that was pretty weird. And then as soon as he goes down in there, he like emerges out of the veil or whatever. I need to buy another vehicle now. Let's get the Breaking's Bad RV here and buy this thing and totally pimp it out. Boy, this thing is slow as fuck, man. Oh my god, this thing is terrible looking. It's okay, we've got more than enough money to take care of all of this. Let's buy the Shield. Let's also buy the Centurion, the Boeing, which, that seems like a terrible idea. Actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. Oh, actually, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I'm going to use those later on, because there are definitely some coins that I need some help getting. This is interesting. Yeah, see, there's the trophy for buying all the wheels. Let's also get all the paint jobs. There we go. Let's, oh boy, no, definitely not the hippie one. Let's go with this. Why not? But yeah, so this fucking thing just like emerges out of this bush with a mouse in its mouth. And he just like looks at me. He looks at me and he gives me like this little nod, like, yeah, dude, I fucking got that thing. And he just kind of like turns around and just like starts sauntering off up towards like this apartment, and then just disappears. And I'm just sitting there like my jaw just agape on the pavement. I was like, what the hell did I just see? This was totally awesome. Oh, we're doing a drift right now. Did not realize that was what was going on here. Actually, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to do drifting with this, just because of how much slower this vehicle is and how much easier it'll probably be to kind of not lose myself in the midst of the drifting. This will be awesome. Okay. Yep, keep the good thing rolling. Keep the good thing rolling, Breaking's Bad. I feel like I'm definitely going to need to use a turbo at some point here, just so I can kind of get that extra points boost that those things seem to give out for one reason or another. This is actually going to be a bit of a challenge. I thought it was just the points that they're wanting me to accrue for this seems a little overblown. But yeah, dude, that was so awesome. When I saw that, I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. And I mean a lot harder than I thought. Ah! Okay, yeah, this is going to be really tough. Really, really tough. So yeah, that was one of my awesome moments of yesterday. Then another thing I was going to mention too, it just popped up in my head a little bit earlier this morning, was one of the I saw a show on Game Show Network just a couple days ago that I found to be really kind of awesome and really weird at the same time, for a couple different reasons. So there's a show on Game Show Network, apparently, I didn't even know that it even existed. It's called Idiot Test, and it's a game show where they have two teams of two people, and they're like competing to figure out, you know, which of them are the least stupid, I guess is kind of like the tagline, like which one of you's not an idiot kind of thing. And oh, come on, baby, come on, baby, there we go. This is so hard. Go figure that they'd make us use the giant fucking RV for this. I'll get back to the story in a moment. I gotta kind of focus on pulling this off. Because we need to get about 80,000 points in the next 15 seconds, and I really don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off. And again, maybe we will. I don't know. Actually, we just got it. We just got it. Yeah! Alright! Boy, that turbo really came in handy at the end there. As we blow ourselves to Kingdom Come. So anyways, with this show, what happens is they have two different groups of two different people, and they show them these different pictures, and they give them hints on what they're supposed to be looking for, and they give them like the obvious answer in there, and it's just like they have to try to find it with the pressure on, and like they'll word it strangely. Like I think one of them was they give you like one of them was like 4 different buildings, and they had different names on them. Like one of them was like a bar, and one of them was like a daycare, and one of them was like, you know, a couple other place names, and they're like, which one of the following places would you be more likely to find 21-year-olds? And so like the first thing you think of is, oh, 21-year-olds, they'd be at the bar, but the way they worded it was 21-year-olds, and so it ends up being the daycare, and just like watching like people trying to sort that out in their heads is actually kind of funny. Because like when you're looking at it on TV, you're like, oh yeah, this would be so easy. Like how are these people missing this? Like how stupid could they possibly be? But it's like at the same time, if you're on a TV show, you got people watching you, and like you're trying so hard to make the right decision, and like just the way they word things, and like the way that they place the clues is really they throw you off. Like I had a few times where they did that and I fell for it. I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's totally the obvious answer. And then I spent like another 15 seconds looking at it. I was like, oh wait a minute, no, that's totally not it at all. that's absolutely not what they were getting at. And so like I think it'd be really cool to be on a show like that, where because like they have those types of games. I remember playing a couple of games like that on the iPhone, like the the idiot quiz or whatever, where they give you things like that, where this is like a whole bunch of mini games and whatever, to give you to try to see if you can get to the end of it. And I think that some of like parts of the show that were really strange to me were, one, the host of that show is one of the most awkward people I think I've ever seen, which explains why it's on, Game Show Network, which is a channel that's not even regularly, on regular cable. So it's just like that guy does not seem like, he definitely doesn't seem like your type of game show host that like Regis Philbin is, where he's uber personable and all this stuff. This is not working out at all. There's no way I'm going to catch up to that guy, unless a miracle takes place, and I'm not seeing it, because this stupid dude with his fucking, that stupid guy and his fucking, like, spiky-ass wheel things kept getting all up in my business. But, yeah, he was just, the guy was so awkward. He had, like, really dry humor, which at times was pretty funny, but at other times was just like, oh, come on, man, like, get over yourself. Your jokes aren't really that funny. They're just kind of there. But I think the other thing that made this show really perplexing was that, like, the amount of prize money that they gave out wasn't really that much. Like, during the course of, like, the regular game, for, like, the people that weren't going to the bonus round to win the whole thing, like, the grand prize was $10,000, I believe. Which is, like, that's fairly normal, I suppose, for, like, a regular game show. But for, like, during the regular course of the game, like, there were definitely teams that lost, that didn't go onto the bonus round, that were only making, like, $240. Like, the amount of money that it would have probably cost you just to fly there to the thing, to the actual show itself. It's like, you're going to bring me on to a game show and you're not going to have, like, a Wheel of Fortune, like, minimum, where you're at least giving me, like, $1,000? Like, I think Wheel of Fortune's got the right idea, and, like, Jeopardy, where even if you don't win and you come in dead last place, you're at least going to walk out with something, even if it's only $1,000 or $2,000. It's just, I don't know why, I think I quit prematurely in that in that last race. For some reason, I thought that I was on. I thought that the third lap was the last lap, so I actually could have kept going. I may have had a chance, but I might as well just take it where I am right now, because I'm in a pretty good spot here, unless he passes me at the end, which he will not. Yeah, buddy. And then he just turns into a ghost. He was the actual ghost car. But yeah, it was just it was a very interesting thing where they don't give you very much money. Like one of the ones that I watched, like there was definitely the people that lost. They literally got like less than $300, and it's like, why would you not give them $1,000 if you're letting the winners that only won that round by like $50? If you're gonna let them go for $10,000, I'm assuming you're a TV show that's making enough money that you can afford that, or maybe they can't. Maybe that was the real thing. Maybe they're not making enough money overall that they can actually afford to do that. Which is even funnier, I think. They're like, we're a game show that's awesome, but we totally don't have enough money that we can afford giving like standard prize money out to everybody. It's a cool show though. Like I kind of want to keep watching it. I just have to remember to actually go to Game Show Network for things now. That spoiler on my car seems really unnecessary. Like it's first of all, it's a Volkswagen Beetle for Christ's sake, which is already kind of weird. I mean, I know that there are like some weird divisions of people that race these things regularly, as I knew a whole bunch of them. There was actually like an entire Salem group of people here where I live that actually had a like a sanctioned, like, oh, we're gonna make a group of people that just drive old shitty Volkswagen, bugs from like the 60s or whatever, and we're just gonna have, we're gonna get together a couple times a week, and we're gonna go to certain locations, and we're gonna race them and be really loud and obnoxious, and we're gonna, assert this view that our cars are way better than everybody else's in the world, even though they're clearly not. But yeah, we're gonna stick with that for as long as we shall live. I could have actually used my boost right there, those boost tires, to get that gold coin that's been evading me for way too long. I need to get that damn thing. So. Yeah, it's just I've never liked the body style of Volkswagen bugs. Never once in my life. Not even like the newer ones. I think the newer ones actually look worse than the older ones. But there are people that like them, and I'm not gonna knock you if you do. I just definitely not for me. Definitely not for me. I'm gonna go through that race again, but I'm going to do it with those bouncy ass wheels this time, the Boings. And we're going to see if I can get that damn gold coin, because it's been bothering me for a long time. Alright, let's give it a go. I think after that we'll probably be out of time, since we're right around the 18-minute mark here. But if we can get that gold coin, it'll make all of it worth it, because I think that'll be pretty much the entire special events thing for at least this one area. So, alright. Oh, okay, so square, huh? So now I know. Now I know what that other side of that is for. Hey, there it is. That's actually really awesome. I'm super glad that's how that works, because there are a number of other coins in this game that are like that. They're just barely inaccessible. And I can't go that way. All right, that's what that is. They're just like, barely inaccessible, and now that I know I have wheels that I can, propel myself to victory to get them now, I can definitely get that trophy for getting all the coins. This is great. This is very good. I might even get first out of this if I play my cards right. Probably not, though. Probably not. I think myself falling off the platform may have doomed me, but maybe not. Oh, that did me in, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, come on. Come on. There it is. Oh, he had the shield. Oh, damn it. And you know what? I may not have even been able to pass him with that limited amount of space, but that was such a smart usage. You know that son of a bitch was looking in his rearview mirror like, oh, I saw him hit that power-up bubble. I know what he's got. As soon as he fires it, I'm putting the shield on. He's lucky that shield deploys instantly, and not like it's not one that has to like load up and like, you know, fully get itself implemented. That lucky little bastard. That's okay though. Shouts to that guy. He had a good strategy there, and it worked out for him. Alright guys, well, it would appear that we got... Oh, there's this one left still. Well, we'll save that one for next time. That way we're not knocking out the entire thing here. So, when we come back next time, we're going to finish up the Cult Classics cup there, and then we're going to move on to streetcars, and then probably, since there's only... Well... We're gonna move into streetcars and see what we got in there, and then we're gonna blow right through this pretty quickly, it would seem. So until then, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.